Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. Um, Please let me know. Somebody comment if you're back that you can hear me. Let's see. Okay, Helena. Hey girl, can you hear me? All right, great, great, great. Okay. I had some technical difficulties. This is all new to me. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So yeah. Hey Phil. Great. Awesome. Stella. All right, all right. It looks like I got that little thing worked out a little bit. So I'm happy about that. Um, Mark, K, Emerald. I have sound now. Chandra. All right, all right. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so Calistane, hey, lady, hey, all right, all right, hey, y'all. So, okay, I need y'all to catch me up. Somebody in the comments, catch me up. What's going on? When I came up here to get set up, I saw the protests happening in New York. I saw the protests happening in Philly. I saw the protests happening in DC. Hey everybody on YouTube. I'm streaming to YouTube. I'm streaming to Twitter, and I'm streaming to my Twitch, which is probably like 0 people. I only created a Twitch account so I can like listen to my favorite DJ Artistic. So hey Robin, Suzanne, Miss Cardio Queen, Shayna. Hope I'm saying that right. Shayna Hollis. Tell me, pronounce it phonetically if I'm not saying it right. So I know that there were concerns. I saw a tweet and, hey Josiah, about that, these are rumors. I'm not the news channel. I'm not Kate Couric, but it said that they were going to be deploying some sort of sound devices against the protesters. So I don't know. It's night number 8 potentially of unrest. I'm not seeing any more comments if you guys are saying anything right now. So how are you guys feeling about this? Today started off a little frustrating for me, because, okay, great, Shane. All right, gotcha. I had a meeting at 10 a.m. and it was like literally with the person I would absolutely not. Okay, so the mother of George Floyd's daughter is speaking. Okay, geez, I hate to be stepping on that. Delicia or Delicia, if if she says anything that you want to share with us, please let me know. If you guys want to get off here and go see what she has to say, feel free. But anyway, so I started off with this meeting and this guy's all like, you might have seen my tweet earlier, like, oh, how's everything going? Everything is great. And I'm like, fuck you. Everything is not great. What the fuck are you not seeing what's happening out here in the real world? So I was severely agitated by that. But I was on auntie duty again. And so that boosted my spirits, and I was outside all day on my patio working. Hey, alert and oriented. Why are they using tear gas when it's illegal to do so in war? That's a good question, Chandra. I mean, I've said this many times, that the police are escalating the situation. And it's unnecessary. It's abuse. It's violence, and now it's not even just the police; it's the military. Shayna, I completely agree with you. I am glad that people are still hitting the streets. I'm glad that in DC, when that horrendous display, that photo op that Trump had, didn't dissuade people. Also, I don't know if you guys heard about the whole #Save Jenny thing that happened. I posted about the gentleman who let the people in his home, over 100 protesters. So there's been a lot going on. All right, I'm gonna respond to you guys' comments. Josiah, it's been tough. The streets are getting out of hand. Josiah, I see it both ways. I see a lot of peaceful things. Mark is talking about the peaceful protests through Hollywood today. I've seen lots of peaceful protests. It's hard to say what's getting out of hand because it's by my perception, it's the police that are escalating things. Satan, Snarky Unicorn, I agree. Kamala's statement was awesome. Elgin from YouTube. K Hive, what do we think of Val Demings' records? I really don't have a comment on Val Demings. I like her, but I'm, Team Kamala, so that's all I have to say about that. Lady T Graham, why are they using the military? I think it's a test run. I think that we have been slipping into authoritarianism for a long time under Donald Trump, and I think he's just seeing how much he can get away with. Can't believe the military was deployed against their own citizens. It's Donald Trump's America right now. Where are the D leaders marching in solidarity? Only person I've seen is Senator Harris. Well, I feel I've seen quite a few people. I've seen Joyce Betty, Congresswoman Joyce Betty. I've seen Sheila Jackson Lee. I've seen local elected officials. Joe Biden, he did have his moment in Delaware, but it could just be that I'm not following enough people to see people out in the streets. But there also is also a pandemic, so I don't, blame people if they don't get out there. Robin freaked out by the gas, such a whistle to Jews. It reminds me about genocide. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if we were seeing these images in another country, then the old America prior to Trump would have been condemning these scenes that we're seeing. Rahul, that's his name. Yes, thank you, and Kim. Let's see, Kamala and Joe MVPs today. I didn't watch Joe's speech. Police and white nationalists in cahoots. Tell me about it. Fascist police state legit. A long way till November. Shanice, girl. It's been a long couple of months. November is just almost inconceivable how far away it's going. How much of a shit show it's going to be between now again and then Suzanne, I agree with you. Police are escalating. I agree. I think that a vast majority of the people are not there to wreak havoc at these protests. They're really trying to protest for change. Melanie Johnson, dude, gotta go. Absolutely. Ryan, I want people out though. Pete has been posting bail phone leaks, but that's great that Pete's been doing that. I know that Kamala has been fundraising for the Minnesota Freedom Fund. Hey Patricia, Joe did a good job. That's awesome. Eric Pence, Davos brother. Yeah. What was that? Blackwater. Okay. See, this is the kind of shit. Carlos, you can fuck off. I wonder if there's a way to remove people. I guess not. So, oops, I do not want to show this fucking asshole Carlos. This is why I can't stand motherfuckers. What is that on? Black woman views. Piece of shit. Anyways, let me find something else to highlight. Okay, I didn't know I can do this. All right, so I'm getting the hang of this, y'all. Y'all are my guinea pigs. Beating protesters in media with shields and batons are coming normal. It's crazy. It's always been normal. It's just happening in front of our eyes. I don't know how to kick out Carlos. So sorry if you're seeing his fucking comments. He's a piece of shit. Just to let you know, Carlos, you're stupid ass white supremacist. Yes, thank you. Please report his motherfucking ass. Get him out of here. But I'm going to try to ignore. June, outside educators are on my nerves. Yes. Okay, good. His competence have been limited. Everybody, if you see these motherfuckers in here, please report them. All right. The scenes from Harlem have been tough. Okay, Josiah, I haven't seen what's happening in Harlem. Can you post in the comments what you're seeing from Harlem in particular? Yeah. So let's see. Girl, let me be your watchdog. Yes. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, all of you. I honestly, it's the funny thing about being on here is that I'm going to highlight this comment. I have no idea how many people I'm talking to. So I'm streaming from Restream. And this is something new. I actually kind of stole the idea from Roland because I noticed that he streams from multiple platforms using this. And so I was like, well, let me check this out, see if this is something that I could do. See how fun it will be. Lillian says, why are all these white people be instigating violence? Well, we've always had a domestic terrorism problem. We've had a white extremism problem. So we've always had a lot of issues in this country in terms of instigating violence, but they're emboldened by this president. NY is thankful for a strong governor. Yes. I would say that man holding the Bible did something to me. I was livid yesterday. And on top of all that, Shayna, he was sitting up there gassing priests and stuff like that to clear the way for his photo op. Like, I think one of the priests spoke out and said that he didn't even pray there. He didn't even acknowledge anything about it. It's sickening. It's sickening. If you need a moderator on YouTube, I'm available. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. June. Where's my super chat? Girl, I'm so new to this from YouTube. I don't know how any of that stuff works. I'm actually not streaming directly from YouTube. I'm streaming from this platform called Restream. Richmond is crazy tense right now. What's happening in Richmond, Ryan? Fill us in. How do you think the world is viewing us black people right now, Maze? The same way they've always viewed us. They're not going to be any less racist, but I do think that we are sending a strong message that our humanity matters, and we've done that time and time again. It's not new that we've had these protests and that we've tried to stand up for our humanity. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to do a better job of clicking on the comments that I'm responding to, because I don't know how it shows up in the different chats. So, all right, I'm going to click on this one. Well, as I respond, where is Obama in your opinion? Obama is retired. He doesn't owe anybody anything. So I don't know where he's at, but you know, he did a Medium post. I don't know if it was yesterday. He's made statements, but this isn't necessarily, I don't know if my opinion is, I don't know if I believe that it's Obama's job to get out there and be the, and do any more than what he's doing. Trump is not going to go quietly. I agree. Oh, let me see. Olu, I'm afraid of what happens in Washington tonight if the curfew is not adhered to. Me too. And I'm actually really concerned about Mayor Muriel Bowser's response to the whole Save Jenny situation in Rahul and how he let those folks in. I didn't see that she condemned the police for how they handled that. I could have missed it. You guys, please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it seems like it's escalating more and more. And certainly with Trump being there, it agitates the situation even more. So yeah, it's not a good thing. Was happy to see so many clergy men and women condemning him. I agree. Hey, Mark, let's see. I hope I'm doing a decent job of keeping up with this. Obviously, I'm Kamala, but they both had powerful speeches. I didn't catch Tammy's, but you know, I definitely will take your word for that. Trumpo thin skin could not handle. Yes, girl, I agree with you on that. But last night, the looters. Okay, Josiah, whatever you said is getting cut off, so I can't see the full comment. Okay, so that's about Richmond. So I guess in Richmond, people were trying to protect their stores. You know, it is unfortunate that there are places that are being looted, particularly small business owners, and all that things. But, you know, unfortunately, there's going to be chaos agents and things like that. So I think we have to kind of weigh, you know, how much attention we bring to that, because I think that the bigger issue is still Black Lives Matter. Let's see. Robin, what did you have to say? YouTube is promoting white supremacist paper. Yes. You know, all of these social media has really let a lot of this white supremacy shit get away with it. Let's see. What other politicians are you seeing making powerful statements? I'm going to be perfectly frank with you all. I'm not in the mood for anything other than recognizing righteous anger. So I haven't been overly tuned into a lot of what a lot of people are saying, because I just don't want to hear the respectability shit. I don't want to hear anything. If you're not talking about how angry it is and leaving it at that, then I really don't have, I really don't want to hear it. But Carmen, feel free to tell us who you think has been strong on that. Kevin, you know what? I tried to get my wine together, but it was taking me so long to get this set up. I was like, let me just go ahead and get this set up. Hey, left fielder. Ben Adam, fan from Africa, Saudi Arabia. Thank you. This is what I was responding to. I never knew I could have fans in Saudi Arabia and Africa, child. That's awesome. All right, Katie. Crowd size is growing each day. You know what I do? To your point, Katie, I think that the more peaceful the stuff is, I think that will attract more people, because, you know, they'll see that, hey, it's not as dangerous, even though we are in the middle of a pandemic. Can't forget that. Yeah, okay. All right. So Ryan, I don't know if you guys are catching his comments, is talking about Richmond still. Jeez. David Little, Charlotte checking in. Hey, what do protests mean for an all-white ticket? You know what? I've been team Black woman VP, specifically Kamala Harris, because I've always been about representation and the fact that we need somebody in this next White House that's not going to put us in the back of the bus, that's not going to pat us on the head and say thank you next. And I think that, you know, we desperately need that, and I don't believe that there's anybody else. particularly a white woman who's going to be able to speak to the issues that are happening right now with any kind of authority and credibility and cultural competency than a Kamala Harris. So I think that if Joe is smart, he would figure out that this is not the time for that, but that remains to be seen. Hi, Isaac from Sweden. I hope I said that right. Okay, Muriel did. Left fielder, please put in the comments what Muriel did, what she spoke out about. Hey B Dizzle, what do you think about black people? Let me see. Sorry, I don't know how far behind. It looks like I'm 3 minutes behind on my comments, so sorry, y'all. Let's see. What do you think black people should do to really stop this to happen again in the future? I don't know if it's gonna be stopped. I think that what we're trying to do is trying to minimize it and ensure that there's accountability when these things happen. And I think that by doing what we're doing right now, which is getting out there and protesting, and maybe there are other steps, boycotts and things like that, divestment from certain cities and things like that have to happen. But yeah, vote. I think that's cliche to a certain extent, but that's another area of impacting what's happening. What do I think about the brick pallets sitting around? Suspect as fuck. That's what I think. And I saw that in the Boston. Now, I'm also a little skeptical of videos that I see because you don't know when they were taken. You don't know who's taking the videos. You don't know if they've been manipulated. But I did see that's supposedly a video that it appeared to me that it was Boston PD with bricks laying around. Like, that's crazy. And bricks are expensive as fuck. So somebody is spending a lot of money to put bricks around because black people, trust me, are not going out buying no goddamn pallets of bricks. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody have money for that either. Not in the middle of a goddamn recession and unemployment high as it is. So you're worried about Minnesota because an investigation has been opened into the police force. That's what we want, though. That's what we want. Hopefully the protesters will devise. Yeah, I think that they are working on trying to expose them. Okay, I'm going to stop reading this stuff. I'm going to click on the comment and then I'm just going to respond to it. So I hope that y'all read and follow along. Okay. June, yes, beware of the narratives. I completely agree. Everybody has an agenda. There are a lot of people that are co-opting what's happening right now for their own agenda, which is not for the advancement of Black Lives Matter. Hey, David. Let's see. Trying to keep up. Y'all might drag me and be like, this shit sucks ass. You doing it this way, but I don't know any other way to do it, y'all. I'm new to this live shit. Let's see. I think Biden has to help black people because black people are his constituency. I will see how sincere he is based on who he picks to be on his ticket. But he obviously has good speech writers. That's no shade to him. That's just a fact. Let's see. What do we have here? All right. Record-setting donations on ActBlue. I guess that's good for Democrats. I'm hoping that black people are getting some of them donations. Jackie for NY. Somebody mentioned Brenda Jones yesterday. That's another person. I'm sure I'm missing people. Higher Heights is an organization that's dedicated to black women political power. So try to donate to those folks. Pam Keith is down in Florida. She's running for a congressional seat down there. I could probably name a lot more people. So that's my bad for not knowing off the top of my head. But let's make sure that we're donating to black people. Let's see. Senate races I'm excited for. None in particular. Ain't no black women who are running, who have secured the nomination. Oh, Jamie Harrison. I really hope that he can beat Lindsey Graham. That's one. Let's see. Here's one. Can third degree, yeah, so, I mean, the charges could be upgraded, but I think that the more stringent the charges, the more difficult it is to prove the case because then you're having intent, you're having a whole bunch of other things. So that's where it starts to get really, really, really complicated and more likely to have an acquittal. But then again, you might try to go for as easy of a case, a slam dunk case as possible and still get an acquittal. Hey, Furious and Silky, I wonder if that's who I think it is. But yeah, Kamala is the moment. I agree, Shanice. Macing people on the sidewalk. I have not seen that. Okay, I don't know if white coworkers and friends are being forced to wake up because my white coworker sure the fuck was all chipper and shit. Like ain't nothing going on in the world. So maybe some of them are. I don't know about all of them. My thoughts on Biden waiting. I'm so far behind now, guys. I'm sorry. On announcing a VP is I think he was trying to dangle different VP candidates for as long as possible. He's definitely making a lot of money fundraising off of them. Everybody's kind of auditioning, so it worked out in his favor. But I don't know if he's going to be able to get away with that with what's going on. I agree. White, we supposed to have Joe for the white vote, so I don't know why we got to get a white woman to get white votes too. That don't make no sense. Black people, y'all, if that was your calculation, then you miscalculated. I don't know. When people say defund the police, what does that mean exactly? You know what I'm saying? I've seen people say that that means like create a new type of police department or a new type of policing structure. I think it's an aspirational thing, I guess, but I think you still have to resolve. You have to deal with the crime that happens. You have to deal with how that gets tackled. Um, and I think when you have people that like to pretend, like when it comes to attacking Kamala Harris, that everybody's in jail for smoking weed, for smoking a joint, like people aren't out there killing people and raping people and murdering, and doing all kind of other crazy shit. It does disservice to the cause. So I don't know. I'd have to know more what they're talking about when they say defund the police. To be honest, I'm not just gonna hop on something just because it sounds woke to say it. I'm not saying that's why they're saying it. I'm just saying I need more information. I don't think that Biden announcing sooner rather than later would ease some tension. No, I think that ship has sailed. If he would have announced earlier, they could have had a united front, and I think that could have been reassuring. But right now, I don't think so. All right, I didn't. So if she was nonchalant, I think she should have been a little bit more, outraged about what happened in her city. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. I think that what's happening in DC probably looks worse on TV than what's really happening. So it's I wouldn't say it's ground zero. I'm looking out my window and it's perfectly fine. But we and my husband are great. Thank you so much. Hey, S Win. Thank you, Melanie. Trust but verify, David. I agree. All right. Let's see. So I don't agree that black people suffered more than Obama did during Trump. There's actually no reason to say that. I mean, black people did prosper a lot more. The recovery was not even, as it never is. Black Lives Matter didn't start with Obama. Black Lives Matter started out of something that had been happening for generations and we had been protesting for generations. And Obama actually took action. His DOJ actually took action to try to do all these things: consent decrees, pattern and practices investigations, civil rights investigations. Trump is the one that came in there and got rid of all that shit. So I do not agree with that at all. Yes, let's see. All right. Let me see. I might skip some of these. Sorry if I don't answer your question. I apologize. I'm trying to catch up to where we're at now. Let's see. What's this about? A restaurant owner provided free meals. Shot in the back. Oh my God. I did not hear anything about that. That is absolutely insane. It's crazy to me how fucked up our country is that people are getting killed protesting police brutality by police. Like, what the fuck? Um, Let me just put that there. Yes, the black unemployment rate is shit right now. So, yeah. Um, I will be on Roland at this time. Do you think if Bernie becomes president? I ain't for Bernie becoming president. Hell no. Bernie Sanders is still talking class. He talked about how the rich are looting it. No mention of race. We're dealing with a racism issue right now. That's what so no, I don't think that Bernie has any interest in black specific solutions. That's my opinion. I haven't seen any receipts. I missed that press conference. I really hate that I came on at that time. The thing about it is I do this spontaneously and I don't know what I'm stepping on. So like I said, if anybody wants to go look at anything else, please feel free. I did not see this, but that's disgusting and it's full of shit. And LAPD, child, they have all their problems, so they really need to stop. Um, the audition was canceled. I think that somebody had enough sense to see that the optics of Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren speaking during all this unrest is not good. Elizabeth Warren does not have anything to say to assuage what's happening right now. That's not her. That's not her lane. Um, I mean, remember when there was that protest at her black event, and she had Ayanna Presley come up there and calm down the blacks. So she ain't really the right person to be talking right now. So that was a good call, whoever did that. Um, I don't think that right now is the right time to announce. I would have said that, but now I'm not so sure. Yes, Clark. I think Amy is done. I think she should have some dignity like Catherine Cortez Masto and just withdraw her name, but she doesn't. I see that the Bernie folks are going after her. Go ahead and keep that energy over there with Kamala. Don't bring that shit over here. Let's see. I think that we should be investing more in crime prevention than we do, and militarizing or the militarization of the police departments and all this other kind of shit. If we would spend the money that these cities spend on police brutality cases, like Chicago spent hundreds of millions of dollars on actually investing in the community, then we would have better outcomes for everybody. Let's see. I think that 7 p.m. is too early. I do not agree with these curfews. I think that these curfews are just a way to escalate the situation with protesters. The whole thing about protests is there's a civil disobedience part of it. And so just putting in a curfew is just a way to inflict more violence on people. I have not gone outside to protest. I really wanted to go today, but my husband, a big, tall ass black man, obviously does not want to be out in the streets right now with all the shit that's going on in DC. And it's COVID and we just, it's a lot going on. And I completely respect him. He was like, well, I'll go if you go, but I don't want to put my husband in that situation when we know what's happening out there. And so I completely applaud everybody who goes out there. I do not begrudge anybody that does not want to go out there. I think Mayor Bottoms has been really great in her response. I think she's, walking that tightrope of trying to keep order, but also really responding forcefully to people that the cops that she fired and that are now being prosecuted by the DA, I think is great. Let's see, what's this? Okay, I'm not sure what you're referring to there. Thank you, Game Face Sports. Yes, that's my understanding of what defunding the police means, and that sounds like a nice aspirational goal, but we need to have more specifics about that. 50 state troopers on a 14-mile trip. This is fucking ridiculous what's happening right now. Like, just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, this is news to me. Let me see if I can. Yeah, 61% disapproval. That's a record for Trump. So yes, it's about fucking time, and it needs to go down even more. Let's see. I'm just gonna LOL at this one. I did not talk about this. Well, at least not in any detail. Yeah, I think that what Kamala, one thing I wanted to highlight, and I didn't put this in my tweet because I only have 280 characters, but it reminded me of this response that she gave, I believe it was Iowa, it was a very white state. It could have been Iowa, it could have been New Hampshire. I did tweet about it last year that Kamala talked about racism and Jim Crow and all these kinds of things. And so one thing I did want to highlight, I know that people have a tendency to say pandering or, oh, you're just talking about this. They're trying to attribute everything that Kamala does to the Veep stakes, but Kamala has been talking about all of these issues. And so that's what stood out the most to me in Kamala's message today, is how consistent that message is with what she's been trying to educate people about. You know, Kamala and her Let's Speak Truth. She's all about it's about speaking truth. So anybody try to say that this is something new for her, go back and watch. And I might retweet it just for people to have reference, and watch what she's been saying on the trail. Even to white folks, she wasn't letting white folks get away with, not get away, but she wasn't trying to water her message down for a white crowd. You know what I'm saying? I agree with you on that one. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna get through all these questions, but I do have to wrap it up because I could probably be on here all night, y'all. But I'm trying to just try this out where I'm like, doing a set amount of time and seeing how that works. Let's see. Let me pin this one. I agree. I posted some of my favorite black businesses. I don't, people, I don't do the whole send me free shit. I post about it. I really I don't even really try to do the promo stuff, but I did have to shout out three of my girls who really have great products. Um, let's see. I agree with this. I also agree with this. I know Kamala worked a lot on that. It's called the Peace Officers Standards Training. That was the post. Kamala did a lot of work on that as AG. Go back to when I retweeted Kamala's speech today. I retweeted a thread I did on 50 criminal justice reforms that Kamala did. And so that information is in there about the different trainings and stuff like that that she tried to put in place for California. And there was a lot of buy-in when she was AG from major police departments for the work that she was trying to do. 6 p.m. is insane for a curfew in LA. I mean, give me a fucking break. Um, I completely agree that black people should own guns. The problem is the black people that own guns are the black people that, I won't say that are shooting other black people, but I'm just saying if all of us had the guns, then we would be better off. Not just some of the people having the guns. Anyways, all right. Let's see. Okay. All right. I mentioned this on Roland, but I think what's really different is that it's a drumbeat. It's just like it's when you have like a match and it's like it's going down and then it just explodes. Like um we've just seen so much violence and trauma being inflicted on black people. You see George Floyd. It's not like it's a split second when somebody shoots. I mean, they're literally strangling him to death, suffocating him to death, murdering him on camera. And I think that it's undeniable how brutal it was. And so I think that's what did it. I mean, it's just so much. Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, it's too fucking much. It's happening at a fever pitch, it feels like. And there are other people that I didn't even name that have been killed by the police in that time too. So it's just too fucking much. I think black people are just sick of the shit. And I think what the real anger comes in us not being able to credibly say that it's going to get any better. I think that's what really makes it very disturbing and very stressful. Derek, I agree with you. How am I keeping my composure? Man, I don't even know. I think I'm just being, just stating my feelings and trying to connect with people. And that's it. That's it. Okay, who did they call for his removal? Robin, I don't know if you left that comment later. Let's see. All right, so this is what's happening right now. It's crazy, fucking crazy. Let's see. All right, I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. 85% of Republicans approve. of Trump's handling of COVID. 100,000 people dead, 1.8 million people infected, and they approve. Ain't that some shit? All right, let's see. Thank you to everybody who is leaving comments. Carol, hi. Let's see. I agree. I think I've seen a lot of white people out there that are protesting, and a lot of them are doing good stuff. So I don't give out cookies for doing what you're supposed to do, but shout out to all the people that are protesting, that are doing it, that are there for the cause. How about that? Okay, I finally caught up. Yay, okay. George Will called for, okay, let's see. All right. Yeah. All right, so I've caught up to all the comments. All right. So I think, how long have I been on here? I feel like I've been on here for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to just stay on here for like 2 or 3 more minutes. Let me just, I will highlight this comment. I don't think that Trump can cancel the election. I don't think that he can extend his term. I mean, it's not that I don't think Trump cannot cancel the election. He just does not have that authority, period. Will he try to do some shady shit before it's time for him to go? Yeah. But will he succeed? I don't believe so. I really don't. Yeah, the Republicans are fucking cowards. It's disgusting. He doesn't want to go to jail. Well, I don't know. I'm skeptical that he's going to suffer any consequences. The only person I think might actually hold Trump accountable is Letitia James down in New York, the Attorney General there. She's amazing. Thank you, Cruiserman. Thank you. Is it Luciana? Thank you to everybody. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm caught up on the comments. I'm going to keep doing these. This is all new to me, this live streaming stuff. I got to figure out the sound and video shit, mirroring those up, because I don't know why there's a delay there. I don't know how this looks. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I have enjoyed talking to you all tonight. Leave a comment. Let me know if what worked, what didn't work. I won't be offended if you guys give me constructive feedback, because I'm just doing it just to see what's going on. I feel like we need to talk, right, to each other. And that's that. No, I'm gonna just say this. My lipstick, I do not wear expensive ass MAC. I think this is Revlon that I have on, but honestly, anything that looks like this, I just buy it no matter the brand. I just look for that color because it looks the same on me regardless of the brand. But thank you to every single person. I will do this again. Here's some breaking news. We're gonna, if I can get this figured out, we're gonna try to do this for Live with the K Hive. So we've been filming Live with the K Hive on Friday, and then we posted on Saturday. But I told the group, like, hey, let's do you guys want to do Live with the K Hive? So it probably won't be as interactive as what I'm doing right now, looking at your questions and comments and responding to those. But at least it should be something that can help you guys kind of like, fellowship with each other as we're doing the panel, and potentially respond to some of the things that we see. Maybe we can have somebody who can moderate and respond to some things. I did not intend to be on at the same time as Roland. I was trying to do 5:30 to 6 so that I could be off before Roland. So obviously that's not going to work. So I'm going to try to do 5 to 5:30 with some wiggle room to if things spill over. But that's going to be, I think that's what I'm going to do, 5 to 5:30. So I probably will do this again tomorrow, and we'll see. I'll keep doing it until I get the hang of it, and then when y'all tell me like, okay, we've seen enough of you, then I won't do it for a couple of days or weeks or whatever. But thank you all for tuning in to my second live stream. I appreciate all your comments and talking with you all, and you guys are telling me some stuff that I haven't seen. So keep it up. Please continue to engage, even if it takes me 5 minutes to get to your questions. So you all have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.